Thank you, Mike. We appreciate that and appreciate group health support through the years with us. So that is a great opportunity there. Next, our media sponsor is Madison Essential Magazine. Amy was not able to join us this morning. She was scheduled to be here and was at the last minute wasn't able to make it. So just mentioned just briefly as far as the magazine is concerned, is really all things Madison, all things Dane County, all things South Central Wisconsin, really. So great organization providing support to local businesses, just like all of us here are involved. So make sure that you check out Madison Essential Magazine. They do offer some special rates for members of Dane by Local as far as advertising is concerned. So make sure to check that out with Amy Johnson. All right, next we will go to our president, Kurt. We'll have a few words about what's taking place around Dane by Local.
Good morning again. And so for those of you in the room, I'll see how many of you can recall the name of the gentleman that's on the screen. He's got a white shirt, a real handsome guy. And Colin, you can't answer this, but anybody remember his name? There you go, Van Nutt. Hello, Van. So I'm going to focus on Van for a moment because last Thursday was the final day for Mike Davis as the Middleton City Administrator. And Mike stepped into retirement. His replacement is now busy doing the city administrator duties. But you all should know, and maybe you do know, that Van and Mike worked together. Van ran the Middleton Chamber for many, many years, and they worked together along with others to build really a tremendous community that focused on local businesses and local resources and local opportunities. And as a result, I'm a little biased. I live in Middleton, but I think it's a wonderful community. And as you walk the downtown streets, what you see are lots and lots of small businesses which are vibrant and engaged with one another, engaged with the community, and engaged with city government and the school district and things like that. So many, many thanks to Van, many thanks to Mike Davis. The message here is one that you all know about, which is if we can support our small businesses, the communities are stronger and bring in an influx of people and funding and things like that. So again, I'm preaching to the choir on this one. And the little small example I'll give you is that one of our members, it happens to be Drew from Pancake Cafe, introduced us to a business called Rougie Wellness. Did I do okay there? Okay, Rougie Wellness. And so now we're able to provide our resources and our network of the 600 plus businesses to Rougie Wellness, excuse me, thanks to Drew from Pancake Cafe. So as a result, Drew receives a $25 gift card from Dane by Local. I know that that's not necessarily a driving force for you, but rather if you can help us to expand our network and bring more of those businesses into this great organization, it's appreciated. So I'm really looking forward to the messages that we'll be hearing later in the program. I'm going to shut up and say thank you for the opportunity.
Great, thank you, Kurt. And you may have heard that we've got a program coming up in a couple of weeks called the Local Leaders Conference. And Megan is going to tell us a little bit more about that. Megan.
Great, thank you. A little quick, again, plug. Tomorrow begins our silent auction, or our online auction, not silent. It's silent because it's online, but there is an amazing amount of items in there this year, and a lot of it is focused on kind of summer plans, gift giving, that sort of thing. So if you're looking ahead, it's a good opportunity to go shopping. All right, I am here to talk though about the Local Leadership Conference. And this is hosted by Dane by Local, but our presenting sponsor is Back to Basics. We just heard Kurt talk about Drew from Pancake Cafe. This is a nonprofit project that Drew has been working on. He continues to do amazing things in this community, really looking out for the youth and the community, but also in our workforce development areas. So between all of the conversations that we hear at Dane by Local and everything that's been going on in the past 2 years, it kind of birthed this idea that we should have a conference. This is about business owners and managers. They can share their highs and their lows of running their businesses, especially through COVID, all the challenges that it really tested people's drive and their time, how they're spending their time and their values. How I act at home, is it how I act at work now? And crossing those lines. And so we kind of created this conference with that in mind. It's a day-long event, half-day-long event. It starts at 10 in the morning and it goes till 2:15. 9:30, the doors will open for coffee and registration. It is at Holy Wisdom Monastery on the north side. Don't let the fact that it is a religiously affiliated location keep you from going. They are very open to community events. It's just a beautiful environment to be in. And if you happen to bring along your walking shoes, you can take a long, peaceful walk afterwards because they have, I think, like 90 acres of beautiful property. But the day is designed for our attendees to gain positive connections, collaborative partners, and to walk away with ideas and perspectives of how to strengthen their leadership and grow their business with purpose and intent. And really that's where we came with the idea, is listening to everybody and saying, okay, what can we do to encourage the purpose and the intent of everyone? These tickets are for sale right now. We've had a really great response. For members, tickets are $35. For non-members, it is $55. And there is lunch provided. And they have a really beautiful kitchen. You'll eat in the large dining room there. And we will have 4 speakers throughout the day. And we're ending with a panel of a multi-industry group of 6 business owners. They're all going to talk about, from their own perspectives, how to live out these values that we're all kind of being challenged by. If you want to know more about the speakers, they're amazing. Their bios are online. Check us out on danebylocal.com. It'll be right on the homepage. You can click on the link. I think that's it. Did I miss anything? It's Tuesday, May 24th. I always forget the date. Tuesday. Anything else?
And how do you get tickets?
Go online, purchase them online. There's your front page will be right there, and there's a purchase tickets button. And when you click on that, it'll take you to the events page, and you can see all of the speakers and their bios and what they'll be talking about.
Great. Thank you, Megan.
Yeah.
Can I get a quick minute follow-up on that?
Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
All right, you didn't see me before, so now you can see me. Okay, so if you don't listen to the Saturday radio show, Let's Get Local, Dane by Local, Drew was on just this past Saturday. That show is podcasted on the Devil Radio website. And we had a great interview about what he's going to be talking about. And this Saturday coming up, we're going to talk to Jasmine, who's on the meeting, and the Progress Center. And then also Kina from Ruji Wellness, who's one of the other presenters, is going to be on as well this week's radio show. And then the following week, the 21st, Saturday before the big conference, Megan and I will be talking about the panelists and what they're going to bring to the table. So really encourage you to check it out. The program is Let's Get Local. It's on 92.7 FM, 1580 AM, website, devilradio927.com.
And when are you on?
11 a.m. to noon every Saturday. We do a show promoting members, businesses, nonprofits, the idea of being local, buying local, shopping local, all of that. Every Saturday, 11 to noon.
Great. Thank you, Jason. And if any of you are interested in scheduling a time to interview with Jason on the radio show, that's one of the benefits of being a member. So be sure to take advantage of that. A number of you have already done that here in the room. So just reach out to myself or Jason. We can get you scheduled in a future event here. It sounds like you're booked up the next couple of weeks, but after that, I'm sure we can work you into the schedule. So thank you. All right, our main presentation today is Corey, who introduced earlier from the Black Men's Coalition of Dane County. And we want to welcome you here this morning, Corey. Thank you for joining us. He'll be speaking on investing in Black businesses. Corey.
How's everybody this morning?
Or you're a little taller than.
All right, there we go. How's everybody this morning? That's good. Well, I am Corey Mariano. I am the founder and the president of the Black Men Coalition of Dane County. And I am here to speak about investing in Black businesses. I tapped my leg. All right, we're getting it together. So I'll start speaking about me. I come from Chicago. I am 45 years old. I was raised pretty much mainly by my grandmother and my auntie, because my parents passed at an early age for me. And I grew up kind of in the ghetto, pretty much. Not kind of. I grew up in the ghetto for sure. And I grew up straddling the fence. My family installed great things in me, positive things of that nature. However, the community I grew up in, which we all know, the community or wherever you're born at really has a lot to do with your outcome. And the community I come from, not many people made it to be successful at much of anything in life. A lot of my friends are no longer with us and things of that nature. But I've always been positive. I've always wanted more. I've always wanted to be more than I was. I always wanted to help people. This is something that I had installed in me from childhood. And as I continued to go through life, I began to be a leader in the wrong way. So my friends from the community end up being people who are living a negative lifestyle. And I became a part of that. However, I still was playing sports, got a scholarship, got straight A's. But when I left school, I was back with the people who was doing things that wasn't so healthy. And it rubbed off on me. And the bad part ended up catching up with me before the more positive things of that nature. However, during all this process, I always kept a sense of leadership. I've always been the person that other people kind of came to for whatever reasons. And I was always tried to be a good person. With that, I had lots of leadership skills and entrepreneurship skills, because I really wanted to be more than what the environment I was raised in. This here is me, my kids, me and my father, me and some cousins, and my family in my grandmother's kitchen. And that's me passing food out in Madison. 80 families a week we deliver food to, Black Men Coalition, which was pretty awesome. Quite the experience. I speak on BMCDC, Black Men Coalition of Dane County. The Black Men Coalition of Dane County got started pretty much with me and my leadership roles, seeing stuff happening in the community with a community leader. And I seen a lot of my own people bashing him, which he was Black as well. And I decided, hey, maybe I could do something about this. So what I did was called a meeting. The people were speaking bad and him. And I brought everybody together, ended up being about 35, 40 people. And pretty much by the end of the meeting, everybody was hugging and happy, which was pretty cool. And from that, the idea rose to start the Black Men Coalition of Dane County. And we started it. And now I'm here today, which is pretty cool. So we started in a small, but immediate import and an immediate return. We do several things. I'm a big guy, so I keep a big plate. But several things that we do is, one, we have a financial literacy program that we do in the community. It's free. We also go to other community organizations and teach it to their students or their workforce or whoever. We also have a baseball league that we're starting that's free for everybody, no matter what your gender or your age, which is pretty awesome. From ages 4 to, not your age, no matter what your gender or your race, from ages 4 to 12. And this is going to be at Elva Park, and it's going to be free equipment, free uniforms, and free transportation. Black Man Coalition of Dane County is strong on transportation right now because we see in our community, transportation is at a flaw. A lot of people who do want to do something positive with their life may not have transportation to get to work. And this is why we started our on-the-job training program. Right now, we have at least 15 employees at Little John's restaurant. We do a 90-day on-the-job training program with these employees because a lot of employees and people who come from where I come from, we have a lot of trauma. And this trauma can harm you from making it or be successful in any way. You could spend 90 days doing the right thing at the job and learning and trying to get where you're going. And then someone of authority says the wrong thing that you're not used to hearing coming at you, and you risk it all. And now it's just lost, right? So we want to make sure that these individuals, such as myself and others, can really get over the hump and be successful, because that's what we're about. And with that is a group of us that come from all different backgrounds, whether it's a past criminal, a business owner, people like Jennifer, who's my mentor and very smart. And instead of doing things for me, she teaches me, right? And this is something we need. All right, expand the economy and invest in Black business. So I was trying to think of exactly what to say. And then I start researching. And I found this article that I want to speak on that was right on point. So I'll just read a little of it to you, and then you guys can pretty much read the rest. I'll pick one more time. So what if Black businesses reach parity with non-Black businesses? Let's talk about that. There are 124,000 Black businesses accounting for 2.2% of employer businesses. If Black businesses accounted for 14.2% employer firms, equivalent to the Black population, there will be let me get this right. There'll be 806,000 more Black businesses. Currently, Black businesses bring an average revenues of $1 million compared to $6,485,334 for non-Black businesses. If Black businesses increased their average revenue to the level of non-Black businesses, it would increase a total revenue in Black businesses by $676 trillion. That's a lot of money. Black businesses create an average of 10 jobs per firm compared to 23 for non-Black businesses. If the average employee per Black business increased to 23, it would create approximately 1.5 million jobs. Black businesses pay their employees an average of $29,000 a year compared to non-Black businesses' average pay of $51,000. And Black businesses pay, if Black businesses paid as much as non-Black businesses, then those employees would see an increase in pay by approximately $25 billion. All right, two more. If the number of Black businesses match the population size and the revenue of each of those firms match non-Black businesses' revenue, then the total revenue of Black businesses would increase by 5.9 trillion. If the number of Black businesses match the population size and the employees per firm match non-Black businesses, it would create more than 19 million jobs. Those numbers should say a lot about what's definitely needed and what's necessary in our community and why we definitely need to start investing in Black businesses. The gap. Out of 10,000 businesses in Dane County that has one Black employee, only 0.4% is owned by Black businesses or Black people, which is really sad. And that's something we need to really take a look at and maybe try to change that as soon as possible. However, our spending power is 1.6 trillion in 2021 for Blacks. But the racial wealth gap is 11 trillion, with Black ownership down 3%. We are so concentrated in these poor communities that we are full of drive, ambition, talent, but equitable access opportunities is not there. Sorry. Examples of how Black businesses get stuck. Have any of you guys ever got stuck trying to start your own business? Show of hands. Everybody, right? Most people do at least the first try. The difference is, you guys, not you guys, white people are more accessible to help, finance, and support. We have a hard time finding that, right? I know a business here, young man that we help, the Black Man Coalition helps, helping right now, Brian Britt. He owns Inspire Barbershop and Inspires Barber College. This is a guy who owned his barber college for approximately 2 years, paying the rent because he's a barber. So all his money is going to his dreams. However, he can't get over the hump because he don't know how to create a website. He just don't have the education to do so. And he didn't have the resources to find the right people who's willing to help him without wanting to take his business and own it, right? And that's getting stuck because this is your dream. You want to keep hold of it. And some people decide because they have the funds that, hey, we're gonna pretty much take over or change your idea or etc. These are things that happens in the Black community, especially with Black men like me, who have once lived not so much of a healthy lifestyle and then decide, then all of a sudden something hits you. Maybe you have your first child and it says, hey, you got to do the right thing. And then when you decide to do so, it's just a challenge. The process is not easy. Finding the right people, because you need the right people. Everybody needs the right people for success. Everyone in this room has someone on their team who teaches them, and they continue to grow and supports them and etc. That's hard to find in the Black community. It's hard to build that team without funds, and it's hard to build that team without having friends and other people who's educated, who went to college, who can support you. Go to the next one. So community restoration is one of the things that we do. And we are strong right now on delivery services. We deliver food for Little John's Kitchen, over 700 meals a day. We train people in painting, landscaping and retaining walls, spring and fall cleanup and snow plowing. These are all businesses that a person could start working for and then create on their own. And this is what we're about. We're about empowering people to be able to be an asset to the community, you know, and instead of a debt. Community restoration is also a company that really goes out our way to work with individuals who's not quote unquote seen as the perfect person in the community or the person that most people would love to work with. We love to work with those guys because those guys are the people who really can help change the outcome of Dane County and grow Dane County, because once they change, there's other people in the community that's not living so healthy that say, hey, look what he's doing. I could do that too. I'm a very passionate person, so I like to get emotional sometimes. So bear with me. And yeah, so we'll go to the next one. That's Brian Britt's Inspired Barber Salon that I was just speaking about. And he still needs support. I've built a team, and Black Men Coalition have built a team, and we're still building. And with that, we're helping people pretty much take their ideas or their business that they already may have almost where they wanted to go, and we're stepping in and getting them over the hump. Whatever resources they need. He needed a website. We're getting that created right now. People, simple things that someone can afford. When I started the Black Man Coalition of Dane County, I couldn't afford the LLC. I was broke. Diana Chanel said, Corey, I got you. And she paid for it. So this is the type of support that's needed. And it's not always the money, but the money is key for success in the Black community with Black businesses because of the lack of access we have to it. It is not equal. It's not even close to equal. And this is definitely necessary for our community to grow and to build wealth for Black people is necessary. The competition, and I'm not gonna go too far out there, but there's other countries that's flourishing. And here we are, without us investing into the great ideas and the great things that Black people have to offer and the business ideas and so on, we're not growing as we should as a whole United States. And we need to do that. We have to do that. BMCDC. Our mission is to foster and develop a safe and inclusive environment for the Black men in Dane County. One of the things that I love about the Black Men Coalition and what we do is we like to bring communities together. We like to bring people like me from the ghetto, and then you have someone over here who may have went to an Ivy League school. We want to be that bond. We want to also fill that gap, and we want to also bring the right people together so for the success of everyone. And without everyone's involvement, and not everyone, but we need a lot of people to really invest in Black businesses to just make our community a whole lot better. What's happening here is pretty sad, and it's happening, and someone has to speak on it. And I don't mind speaking on it, right? Everything we've done so far, we pretty much did the work to earn the funds to get where we're at right now. And that's something everybody can try to do. But as I continue to do the work, I had great people who helped me, who were there for me, who taught me this or taught me that, so I can take that information and teach the next person, and so on. This is something that's that's really necessary for someone, for instance, like myself, to succeed in any way. I'll go to the next one. Coverage of business and social. Our business development is very important. And we need funds to develop a lot of these people businesses. Right now, we're doing the work and taking that money to help others. That's what we're doing. We've never received a grant from anyone except for Summit Credit Union, and organizations who have been very supportive to us financially. And we have MOUs is Little John's Kitchen, Boys and Girls Club of America, and Rivers Food Pantry. Yeah, pretty much. And BMCDC Foundation is a community engagement. As I was speaking of, we also do the mentorship program for our on-the-job training and our baseball. Trauma-informed counseling, which is a group for individuals who do have trauma, whether they know it or not. I thought I was in survival mode. You know, I was in survival mode for so long, it almost ruined me. You know, and that's definitely not healthy at all. But that's due to a lot of trauma through my life. You know, seeing that uncle who goes in your grandmother's bedroom and steal a couple dollars and then hearing about it. Or, you know, having that friend who's in survival mode as well and do something that you didn't expect him to do to you. And then you end up having this trauma build up. So now when you want to live a normal life, it's almost impossible. You're stuck for sure. And and it's pretty sad. So what we would like to do is change that. And we're doing the work to do so. Basic and advanced financial education, which we do with Summit Credit Union with our financial literacy program. It's a tier 1 and tier 2 for people who are not employed. And then we have tier 2 for people who are employed. And both teaches different things. That's very necessary because we're not getting that education in school. Health and safety workplace certifications. So that is, we help people get forklift certified. Even if they're not working with us, we will go out our way to do so. They're a manager food and safety certificate as well, and things of that nature. Connecting to community resources. A lot of people in my community, like myself once upon a time, have no idea of the resources that exist out here. I'm telling you for a fact, I'm living proof. I had no idea of all the different resources and programs and organizations that's out here that offers help, money, and so on. It's a huge gap. It's such a gap that when I spoke to Dane by Local, they said, hey, Corey, a lot of these people really want to invest in Black businesses, but there's a gap there. We can't find the right people to invest in. And it goes the other way as well. We can't find the investors, right? And we just want to bridge that gap and make that bond between both communities. The Black Men Coalition of Dane County, LLC, entrepreneur business model creation, coaching, and execution. A lot of individuals have a great idea. We have a guy right now who we're helping. He has an idea of building dog houses that's replica of the house that you live in. And it's a great idea, but he don't have the funds to do it. He didn't have the wood shop to work, but we get that for him. And he's in process now of building his second house, because he had a display that he did put that together on his own. His name is Marlon Thompson, which is awesome. And you guys will be hearing about it, and I hope you support. Facilitate investments into Black-owned businesses. I suppose me being here to just really speak on getting people to really invest into Black-owned businesses. We need you guys. I don't know how else to put that. For the success of our community, everybody has to come together. Everybody has to be supportive, and there's wealth that's been built over years and years and years and years and years and years and years, and not in the Black community. So we definitely need the support of everyone outside of Black and brown skin for us to have the success that America promised for anybody. I know white people as well that need the same support, but didn't come from the area, or wasn't born in the area that a lot of you guys may have been born in. And they don't have the access to finance as quick as a person who family went to college, who dad owned a business, who dad trickled down and taught them, this is how business go, this is how you manage your money, this is how you, single family homes, one mother, busting her butt every day, unable to teach that, right? And if she wanted to teach it, maybe she just didn't have the time. And if she did teach it, maybe it's a lot of confusion, because when they go outside, it's nothing but worldly things happening that's trying to pull you away from who your family really wants you to be. Our on-the-job training support. That was the 90-day program I was speaking with you guys about. We have just landed our second job site, which is a warehouse. On the 17th, we have 5 employers starting there. We pay our employees a minimum of $20 an hour, full benefits, and we also offer transportation to work and from work. These are the things necessary for people to really change their lives, right? And we're about changing lives through our experiences. And my experience is, if I would have had that type of opportunity for a good job that was paying me the minimum of $20 an hour, I would have changed my life 10, 20 years ago, for sure. Back office support, payroll, finance, and human resources, etc. As I was saying, you need that team of people to really get where you got to go. And I know you all know that. I ran into Jennifer and Jeff. God sent me to them, sent them to me. And they've been nothing but supportive and teaching me so much. Dave Hyde teaches me so much. Mike Johnson, Anthony Cooper, all these guys are just very healthy people, righteous people, supportive people. And that's what we need from you guys, for sure, for anybody to get where they're trying to go in my community. Succession planning to set them up as independent, sustainable, generational wealth building individuals and companies. We sit down with these individuals before we go anywhere for at least an hour to 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. And then sometimes another meeting, another meeting, another meeting. And we have to do that to really get where they're trying to go. Because what we don't want to do is change their idea of where they're trying to go. We want to support it. And as we support it, we continue to learn, right? And we continue to build. And these individuals go back in the community and can continue to speak and talk to other individuals about what we're doing. And I get probably 10 new phone calls a day of people saying, hey, I heard you doing this. I heard you hiring. I heard you helping people start a business. And that type of stuff is awesome, right? But without the funds to really support all of these causes and all of these people, we can't get where we're trying to go. How much time we got?
Another 5 minutes or so.
Oh, we're on the road. Okay, what's next? What is necessary for Black businesses to succeed? Support, invest, and share with the community. We're all neighbors, whether we want to admit it or not. Whether your house costs $1 million and I'm still paying rent, we're still neighbors, because what happens with us in the overall is healthy for everybody. I think one thing that's truly necessary for Black business to succeed is not just money. Definitely need the money, but also the support of just business. For me, I knew what I wanted. I know how to do a few things because I was a serial entrepreneur, and I failed and just kept going, and I never gave up, right? Everyone's not built that way. Some people can try a business and they fail and they're broken. They'll never try again, you know? And with good support, that doesn't happen, you know? A person will continue. A person, even if that's something they're not really built to do, with the right support, they will continue and do the right thing. And so we definitely need to support a little more as well as fund. We go to the next one. Ways to help move everyone forward. There it goes. Support, invest money, and share with your neighbors. We spoke on that, and I won't beat y'all down with it, but I'm hoping to plant a seed in your brain that will grow and grow and grow until make your hands move to your pockets and support everybody that you know needs it. That's what I'm hoping for. We go to the next one. It's our baseball. If you guys want to see what we're about, it's going to be baseball.bmcdc.org. And we are looking for sponsorship right now. We're expecting at least 130 to 150 kids to come play. Our league starts next month. We're we're going to give out everything free because there's kids in this community and there's several baseball leagues in this community and they don't have one minority on their whole league, not a team, which is sad. In baseball right now for Black Americans, we are 10% of professional baseball, the lowest numbers ever in the history of baseball for Black Americans. And our youth baseball has the lowest numbers ever in the history of baseball. And those are numbers from 2021. What we're hoping to do is bridge that gap because a lot of kids, my sons grew up in Wanakee, and when they go to school, there's not many people that look like them. So if they don't have that training from youth to build up that comfortability in their gameplay for baseball or football, whatever it is, right? And they may get to that high school and they're just totally uncomfortable. They're worried about people laughing at them. They can't afford the cleats that they may have, and so on, right? So we want to build that up at an early age. We want to give them that confidence. We want to give them that mentorship. We want to do all that. That's why everything is free. If their parent have to work because of COVID or it's a single family home, we want to be able to give them that transportation and get them to the ballpark and get them active and then make sure they get home as well. So we're looking to buy more vans to be able to transport people as well. And we're looking for volunteers. We look for volunteers to transport, to coach, for all of that. And my last note before I go, I think that's the last one. That is the last one. I would say the Black Man Coalition we're really working hard on business development. And I can't tell you how many people need you guys' support. Really need you guys' support. And if we had the funds, there's so many people that we'll be able to help and reach out to. And even with the kids with the baseball, it's definitely necessary and it's needed in our community. I'm probably down to 30 seconds.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm okay. And this is my first time doing something like this. So I really appreciate you guys. And if you guys ever want to reach out to us, bmcdc.org, or Corey, before that is my email. Yeah, it's any questions I suppose I should ask next.
So if you have questions on Zoom, if you would just want to type it into the chat and we'll share that. Anyone in the room have any questions? I'll get started here. Oh, Mike, go ahead.
They're going to be at Elbow Park. City Parks has worked with us for almost 8 months now to get this where we're going, where we're at. So we'll be playing games over at Elbow Park on the west side.
How long has Black Men's Coalition been around? How long has it existed?
So we've been around about almost 2 years now, a little over a year and a half. We started off with a fiscal agent, which was the Boys and Girls Club, but we are proud to announce now we are our own 501c.
Great, congratulations. Great. And you mentioned that you're a serial entrepreneur. You want to mention, I know at least 2 businesses. Want to mention those to the audience?
So one of my businesses is Game on Mobile, which is a gaming trailer, and we do kids' birthday parties. We are the only one in Wisconsin, and we were down 2 years because of COVID. So I was broke. But we are on a takeoff starting the 1st of next month. We are back in business, up and going, updated, rewrapped, new game systems and so on and things of that nature. What else do I get? I own an organic juice bar, Juicy Organics, that we just do major events. But my goal is to open a place of business that we can have probation, parolees, and ex-felons run it from the back office to the front door. I also breed dogs, South African bull balls. I love animals because they're pure, unlike people. Yeah, so that's it.
Great. All
I
right.
think that's it. Yeah.
Any other questions?
I have a
Great.
question.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate you joining us this morning and sharing the.
We got hands.
Oh, Megan.
Yeah, I guess it's not really a question, but I'm a little boggled by how you did all this in less than 2 years. It's amazing. Um, from the growth of everything. My actual question, though, I do have a question. And it may be an ignorant question, but so as far as, like, for example, the baseball, looking for volunteers to coach and that sort of thing, is like, I think my son loves this. He's stopped playing baseball years ago, but continues to coach. Is a white kid who comes to coach, is that a valuable thing?
Community is everybody.
Okay.
So community is everybody. We accept all genders, all races. Come play, come have fun, come learn, and play ball.
It's beautiful. I'm in awe.
Great,
Thank you
terrific.
so much.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate you joining us. All right, so we just will wrap up here with a couple of announcements, reminders on things that are coming up. At 9:30 today, we have our member orientation. If you'd like to stick around for that, either on Zoom or in person, just an update as far as benefits for being a member of Dane by Local will be covered there. Our next breakfast will be July 12th here at Dane County Humane Society at 8 o'clock. So mark your calendars for July 12th. As Megan mentioned, that's not easy to say. We will have the online auction starting tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Just go on danebylocal.com. You'll find the link there. Well over 200 items that are on the auction block there. Lots of great items from local businesses. You'll recognize many of the businesses that have donated items to the online auction. Again, the Local Leaders Conference is May 24th. Tickets are online. Jason has the radio show with Devil Radio. Make sure that you take advantage of that. And the new guide is out. We finally have it. It finally came through. A little bouncy during COVID and all that rigmarole going on there, but we have it out. Many of you have either received or will receive a shipment of the guide already, a case of that. If you want to pick up a copy here in person, feel free to do so. A little more difficult on Zoom to pick that up, sorry. But we will have distribution throughout the county. We printed 25,000 copies, and the last, as far as I can remember back, we've run out of copies every year. So it continues to be very popular. So thank you everyone for your support on that as well. We do have a drawing today. Megan is scrambling around. Did everyone here in the room get their business card in?
I put a name for everybody that did it.
Oh,
except
okay.
I don't know this gentleman here. What's your name? Wow.
Rock came in late. Do you want to introduce yourself, Rock?
Yeah, sure.
Why don't you come on up to the podium so everyone can see you online too?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Rock Hancock. I own MoveNet Madison. On the east side, it is a natural movement gym. So we do like crawling, climbing, hanging, lifting, carrying, and our motto is move well, be strong, help others. So if you get to 100, we'll make sure you can tie your shoes. And humans are inherently social creatures, and we want to help. And the question is, do our bodies help us helping others? So that's what we do: get people strong enough to help others. So yeah.
Great, thank you. All right, what are our items that we're giving away today, Megan?
The prize is Box Organics is a member, and they raise the organic seedlings, and now they are the two major farmers markets, and so they are offering a 6-pack of starters, and so they do vegetables and flowers and everything's organic. So you do have to go to him to get them because he was wanting to make sure they were fresh, and you have to pick them yourself. So I will send whoever wins an email that gives them he gives me a little password, which is actually just between my local winner. It's really confusing. All right, so I'm gonna draw one real quick. I will say before I announce Brock has donated 2 options in MoveNet. We have several other DHC and offer something, let's see, there's somebody else there for us. Really awesome things in the auction, so if what Rock said sounds good to you, go online and bid on it. All right, actually Corey's our winner.
There we go.
Yeah, all right, wonderful, you're welcome.
All right, thank you. We appreciate everyone joining us this morning. Certainly want to make sure that we support all of our local businesses. That's what we're all about here as far as Dane by Local is concerned. We appreciate you joining us either virtually or in person, and we'll see you at the July breakfast. Thanks, everyone.